Good morning. It is Monday, July 12th. This is the Master Pattern Report. Dr. Bob Flower. Okay, so let's look at last week. We called silver at a bottom of 1725. It was actually 1724 and has since bounced to the $18 range. It still looks weak to us. We're not jumping in yet, but we will. Well, a dollar, we call a dollar as weakening. Well, it has weakened some since our call last week. The yen has not strengthened to any degree, so we're keeping an eye on that. The Master pattern also showed the S&P rising to 1040 as we had predicted, and then to 1080 as we predicted. It actually hit a high of 1078 and change. Pretty good call. Although it looks like we will move higher on the S&P, we're still on the sidelines. We're getting ready for our late July or early August downturn. And we're still looking for an oil move on the 14th and the 16th this week, as well as the S&P. And here's a chart of the S&P, and I want to show you the multiple hits from the integration of the two different cycles here. Again, you can see this much clearer on our blog, so don't have a hissy. But check it out there, and as you will see, we have two dates coming up here. And this is the S&P, by the way, for the 14th and 16th. So we will see. Hopefully next week you're going to see multiple hits off of these two integrations, these two collisions, as we said, the big bang continuously banging. So we'll check this out next week as well. Okay. Potential ecological disaster in the Gulf. Not just from the oil, but from methane gas. We were clued in by a couple of our viewers a couple of weeks ago on this, and it seems like the story is starting to take a life here. Methane gas, of course, is deadly to sea life, the crustaceans and fish and whatnot, and the sea ecology and surrounding ecology. We're wondering what the degree is and what's going to be released into the atmosphere concerning the surrounding shore communities, if that's going to be an issue. We're going to keep an eye on that. All right, big disturbing news is IRS is gearing up for crackdown of taxpayers. Hi, I'm your friendly government agent. So get your financial houses in order, folks. New York and other states are conducting similar actions in a real big way. And of course, one of the problems is that there's no innovation in government. And that's another reason why the economy will crash. I mean, it comes down to the same old crap. Either we tax people or we cut spending. Very, very poor management. In addition to this, there's something going on overseas. There's been a transfer or some sort of hypothecation of 400 tons of gold in Europe. And it's something of concern behind the closed doors. I can assure you of that. And this is why gold is down 8% last month. And more than likely, it's probably a sign of some bad news for another country. Probably Portugal or Spain is our guess. We're not sure, but that's the way it may look. Now, getting on to other stuff here, major problem in the United States is the indifference and sense of hopelessness that citizens are showing. One of the reasons is that we have put our faith and trust in poor leadership. part of that is due to politicians who have restricted the political process, so the private citizen like you and I isn't able to input and regulate. For instance, New York State. Did you know that in New York State you cannot do a petition drive? Illegal. Can't do it. You do it in certain cities, or you can do it in cities in New York State, but you can't do it with the state. Hello? And you know, this is due to the dumbing of America. Oh, things are so great that we don't care. You know, just let them go play their games. You know, this is the result, and it's going to get a lot worse. And if you don't think so, read your kids' history books. See what an incredible diversion has occurred from reality between the alteration of actual history and political correctness. We have lost our way, folks. This is absurd. We can no longer say snowman. Now it's snow person. Give me a break. Give me a break. Get tough, America. Criticism is an opportunity to learn, not to run away from reality or try and cover it up. You know, absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so now I want to give you a reminder of our TV filming coming up on Friday, July 30th. It's going to be from 10 o'clock till 1 p.m. It's going to be located at the Bronxville Library. We're going to have live audience participation. So if you want to see yourself on television, folks, come on. We expect to have this on statewide cablevision companies throughout the state and throughout the metropolitan area, and eventually within time we expect to have a national network of these shows, and the shows are going to be on the potential of various famous and influential people and significant issues. For instance, this filming that we're doing on the 30th, we're going to have one show is going to be on political correctness versus the laws of potential, how political correctness violates the laws of potential, and what to do about it. And then we're going to have a profile on President Obama and compare him with the laws of potential, you know, his status, his profile, and see where he's gone wrong, where he can go right, and how. And that will be for the ensuing two shows. Some of the others that we're going to be doing in the future will be on Sarah Palin. That's going to be an interesting one. We've done a profile on her. And then other congressional leaders like Nancy Pelosi and Reid, and maybe even a couple of local candidates. We'll see. Let us know if you want to attend. There is limited space, and we're taking reservations. The tickets are free. Okay, folks, be well. But in order to be well, remember, you got to be tough. Right? Can't let up. Have a good week. We'll see you next week.